He's going to use that. So we're going to go over a little. And we're going to come over a little. All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming again, PITW, peace in the wilderness with Ahaya Ahaya. Peace in the wilderness with Ahaya Ahaya. And that means with the I am that I am. Okay. So we have a lovely message today, and we want to take out a minute to just right now within you give Yah all the glory and the honor. Let me tell you why. When I'm finished breaking this down, you're going to give him even more of your time. Okay? You're going to give him even more praise. You see? That's how powerful the message is to the spirit. Now, I don't know about to the flesh, but I'm talking about to the spirit. This message is coming to kind of make you look into the fact that this thing is real. He created and he has done everything from a level of his right hand, his power, his throne, his kingdom. While we down here thinking we got it going on, I think about how people would say, like I said before, this is my life. Nobody tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. I got one life to live, and nobody tell me what to do. People have a tendency of using that. They don't understand. No, baby, you ain't got no life. You got a living, but you ain't got no life. That life is the breath of the Most High Yah. We need to be checked. We need to be checked because we really believe the breath of life is ours. Oh, no, baby. That's what goes back to the bosom of the Father. That breath of life, only one thing that breath of life gave us, you guys, and that was an image like unto him, which is a spirit. That's what that breath of life did. It gave us an image, which we ourselves now have an image of a spirit living in us. That's ours. That's ours. But guess who ruled it? Guess who ordained it? Guess who predestined it? Guess who ordered the steps? The kingdom. To what? Your spirit. So now, you see, you ain't got nothing to be saying that you this, you that, you this. Sit down. You just got a living, baby. And that has an end date as it had an end date. Coming in and coming out. It ends. But your spirit, it has to go to one destiny. Eternal heavens or the eternal lake of fire. But he did do what he said he was going to do. He was going to give you an image like unto him. And he did that. He gave you that image. But when he gave it to you, he knew already the destiny of that image he gave you. Woo-wee! Even though it's like unto him, he knows that it's like unto him, but it's your image of your spirit. I gave you a spirit like unto me, but it's your image. Okay? That's what is predestined. No. That is what is predestined for eternal life or the lake of fire. See, this flesh ain't going to the lake of fire. It got to go back where it belongs. But we have a spirit in us. We have a spirit down in us, y'all. That's the one that heavens has already written in and written out. That's why he's over that breath of life. And we as human beings, I would say 99.9 believes that this is their life. Not understanding, being in a Christian church, the Muslim church, the 7-day event or whatever they call themselves, Jehovah's Witness, Buddha, and all these other different Hebrew Israelites, the Catholics, the Christian, all of them they don't have no idea. Now I tell you one person, I ain't gonna say one, I tell you who do know. Satan crew. the serpent seeds. They know. But here you got other people have no idea that there's two parts to them. When I'm finna climb on top of it, and I'm going to show up and show off on it, because we need to take our time and give Yah the glory, to give him the praise. It is so many things that we should be grateful for that has to do with him. I'm washing dishes, you guys. I know y'all say, Sister Deborah, you forever washing dishes. I'm not a clean freak, but I when I cook something, oh, I mess up so many dishes and pots. Oh my goodness, you'd think I've been and learned by now being a chef. I can't help it. I tried everything and it still don't work. When I'm finished, before I'm in the finish doing whatever I'm doing, I still got piles of dishes. Even when I try to wash everything as I use it and then I finish with it, I wash it, it still don't help. So that's where the problem is at. I don't know how to keep the dishes at a level while I'm cooking and preparing. I know I haven't learned what it's like to keep it clean, as far as clean as I go. I've tried it. It don't work for me for a long time. It just don't seem to work for me. Okay. But I'm a large quantity cooker. Me, myself, by myself, give or take 6,000, maybe 5,000, 6,000 to 5,000 people I can throw down by myself. Okay. That's a party. That's a retirement, a banquet, or whatever. I can do about 5,000 to 6,000. You go 7 and 8, you can leave me alone then. I'm gonna be able to, I can feed that many, 5,000 to 6,000, but after you go past 6, you got me. You got me. So I, Sister Deborah, want to bring this message to you. While I said I was washing dishes and I started at 6 o'clock, I wasn't planning on coming live, but when the Father put on my heart about the steps, and in me, I'm like, what's the deal with the steps, Father, Yah? But when you hear it, it puts something in you to make you want to glorify him and magnify him and be so grateful for who he is. And it makes you know who he is and how he rumbles. The steps that Yah has created in each and every last one of us. Like I was speaking to you all yesterday about Trump and Carmela, whatever her name is. All of their steps has been ordered, baby. All of these things has been ordered. Everybody's steps has been ordered. When you get to Genesis, Genesis, what 2? What's it? What? Come on now, Deborah, where you at? In the book of Genesis, chapter 2. Let me get there. Chapter 2 and verse chapter 3 and verse 15. There it is. Y'all know that's my normal. So you see this old lady getting old. Y'all know that is one of my main chapter verses. And I couldn't even tell you right then. Genesis 3 and 15. Right there in Genesis 3 and 15, it shows you right there what is actually taking place all the way to the end. Okay? It's actually telling you that, okay, y'all, when you study and you show yourself approved, when you rightly divide that thing, and in the midst of you rightly, who's rightly? The Most High Yah. When you rightly divide it, you will see that there's two entities that's coming down on the earth. One is going to be a serpent seed, and one is going to be a woman seed, which is a spiritual seed. Okay? And he's letting the serpent know this. Now, if he's letting the serpent know it, why wouldn't he let you know it? He did. It's just we limit him and what he informed us. We rather be in somewhere amongst a whole bunch of people and a big pastor or a big somebody who got a lot of subscribers and a lot of likes, they ain't gonna inform you either. But Yah has. When he told the serpent, he was telling everybody, two entities coming to the ground. Now, why do he have to tell Satan that? That your serpent and my serpent, and I'm gonna put the word hate, not the word hate, but the power of hate between the two. Why would he have to tell that to Satan? Because Satan didn't know he was going to have some seeds. People, he had no idea that he was going to have some seeds. And Yah let him know between your seed and her seed, meaning two seeds going to have the word hate. The spiritual people, believe it or not, y'all might not understand this. Spiritual people supposed to hate wicked and evil people. Did y'all know that? See how people tell you to pray for them or you can do this and no, baby. It's right there. Let's go there. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee. What do enmity mean? It means hate. Who puts hate between something but yet tell you to pray for it and love on it? Come on now. It don't make sense. See, that's why I tell y'all, he said to me, if they miss the beginning, Deborah, they don't know nothing about the end. And this is why so many people have led multitude of people. And what I just that short little that I just said, did you know a lot of us do not know that that's there? Have no idea what is it meaning? What is it saying? It's showing you that there's two entities and he's going to put hate, enmity between them. It says between them. So the spiritual seed is going to hate, okay, the evil seed, the serpent seed, and the serpent seed is going to hate the spiritual seed. Is that not like what it is today? 100%. Because you can see it even as Yeshua said, hey, if you think that I come to bring peace, no, I'm finna pull up on that division that y'all started from the beginning. What do you mean, Yeshua? What division? That Deborah, what did he say? He said he put enmity between, which it means hates between two different ones. So I'm the sword that's gonna split that bad boy up so people can understand. There's one on one side and one on the other. So think that I come to bring peace. No, I didn't. I come to split it in half like Yah did it in the beginning and meant it to be. And then you go to Matthew's, that was in Luke's when Yeshua said, I come to bring, if you think that I come to bring peace, you bet. I come to bring the sword to divide what Yeshua, not what Yeshua, what Yah, the Most High Yah divided in the beginning. Why do he needs to come to do that? Because in the beginning, he told him he was going to be two seeds, serpent seed, spiritual seed, which he said woman seed. 99.9 of the churches have no idea what the woman seed is. You know why? The reason why they don't have any idea, they detached it to Yeshua HaMashiach, the Messiah. Now, Messiah is a seed, a spiritual seed. So he too gonna step on the serpent's head. But what they didn't understand, there was those that he had ordered steps. Woo-wee. And the steps, when you walk, can you walk without stepping? No. And what will cause you to be able to walk? You need your heel. So he's telling Satan, the ones that's of me, I ordered their steps to go in the spiritual route, and you're going to be coming after their heel, which is the steps that Yah had ordered. Okay? So he's telling this to Satan. But the world, I'm going to tell it like it is tonight. The world has no idea what it meant. They think it meant the Messiah. No, baby. It meant him, but it meant everybody that was before him. Why? Because Yah had a chain of command before he got to him, even though he was already got to before the foundation of the world. So what he was telling Satan was not the Messiah and the Messiah only, as far as his heel crushing your head. He was talking about all his spiritual seed, which was the woman's seed, which is the spiritual seed that comes. They gonna crush your head. They gonna crush your head. Why? I ordered their steps to go in my spiritual walk. And every time you pull up on them, bam, they gonna crush your head. Why? Because they got a mission. They got a mission in them. What does it look like for Satan to get victory out of the spiritual seeds of Yah? They come down here and he already getting victory, deceiving them in many things and causing them to sin. He already got that going on with the spiritual seed. But Yah is letting them know, but that order that I ordered, that step in them that I ordered, bam, they gonna crush your heads because that's my step. Now you can sin, you can cause them to sin in their flesh. But bro, in that spirit, that heel gonna crush your plan. I said something just now that I know it went over your heads, but it was very powerful, y'all. And you're gonna understand it more when we get to these verses. So where I had to go back to was, and that's what he was saying, even when people are teaching and preaching, they must learn to go back to the beginning, but they cannot go to the beginning without the Holy Spirit. Sister Deborah cannot pull up on y'all without the Holy Spirit. She can pull up if she thinks she can, but she gonna look like stupid because she can only pull up with the Holy Spirit to speak spirit and truth, to speak the light. You can't just pull up and just think that, you just gonna pull up. You got to have the Holy Spirit. Now let's go. Now we know that in Genesis, that's where it started. The steps was ordered. That's why Satan seed is going to go after the heel. The heel represents the steps. So he's going after the heel. What is the main thing about the heel? Anybody know? What is the power punch about the heel? It's steps that heavens had created for the one that's spiritual. They got to run that journey. They got to walk that journey. Remember he said, walk in the spirit. And in the spirit, when you walk in the spirit, you're taking what? Steps. You see? This is what Satan comes after. The steps that Yah has ordered in your life. And he don't care how he comes. But because Yah allowed him, now he allowed him to cause us to sin, lie, and do all kind of things. Yah allow that. But if we are invested in the will of the Father for eternal, in the kingdom. Now he can mess, don't let him mess with their flesh, hurt their spirit. Bam, it's mine. I ordered that one. And that's what he told him. That I put intimacy between your seed and mine. So Satan was like, oh, you mean I'm going to have some seeds? See, because a lot of people had no idea that the angels wasn't down here with Satan. The angels got chained up down to the uttermost darkness in the pit. Okay? And they are reserved. They ain't too much reserved anymore. Y'all pulling them up in Revelation. That's who doing all these things. They pulled up. Y'all pulled them up. He's sending angels down with the keys to the king, to the bottomless pit. Go get them. Tell them, come up. I need a job for them. And when they come up, they ready to do the will of the Father. Shoot, y'all, we've been down there all our time that we was kicked out. See, a lot of people think all of them was down here with Satan. No, they thought they were. But y'all had another plan. I'm going to put your tears down there until I get ready to use you for evil and wicked. Then I call you up. That's why he said, and they are reserved. That's where they reserved at, in the bottomless pit. Let's rumble. Proverbs 16 and verse 9. In Proverbs 16 and verse 9, it reads, a man's heart divideth his way. That's his heart. Always want to let him have his way. See, that's why I told you got two hearts. This one here is talking about the fleshly heart. But listen to what it says. we in Proverbs 16 and verse 9. A man's heart is saying that so you know that it's our own hearts. That's, see, this flesh heart is ours, okay? Which is really our mind as well, okay? Divides his ways. But Yah direct his steps. You see that, y'all? So when you hear Sister Deborah saying that, what you mean it's your life, you do what you want. What you mean I got one life to live, nobody tell me what to do, I'm grown. Wait a minute, hold up, what's going on right here then? Huh? What do we mean when it says in Proverbs 16 and verse 9 is that the but came to let you know you don't run nothing flesh. Sit your tails down. I can't say it no other way. Because listen to what he says. A man's heart devises his ways. That's the flesh. But sit your tail down. Yah directs his steps. See, a lot of people thinking because the life that they lived in, the way that they lived it in, or it was, whether it was good or whether it was bad, check, somebody ordered it. And this is what they will not teach and preach in the Catholics, in the Christians, and in the Muslims, in the Hebrew Israelites. You see, in the Muhammad, Muslim, Buddha, they won't teach giving him back the glory, giving him back the power. You got to understand. He's letting you know. Look, check. I ordered them steps. Just because your heart, which is connected to your mind, does this, don't mean nothing. What did he say? But hold up. That's what he's saying. But it's like saying, hold it up. Verse 9. Yah directs his steps. That's the whole ideal of yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was, or about the election. They don't run nothing. I know it looks like they run something. Every step in this country has been ordered by he. That's why you have to have some sort of fear in you of who he is. When you know him that great, to be all that and some, you fear that. At least I do. Because I've come to know since I was 2 when he was real, not 2, 4. And to be down in the basement at that younger age down there, knowing that you believe that something's in the heavens that you talking to. Come on now. He was dealing with me then, not just now. This didn't start today. Okay, so in Proverbs, y'all jot this down. In Proverbs 16 and verse 9, that's a power punch for me. That is beautiful because he's actually telling you, look, I told Satan, what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all don't know this? Satan knows it. I told him in Genesis 3 and 15. Why y'all don't know this? And that's what it's saying. Yeah, men think they devise their heart, which is their mind. Okay? But let me tell you, but Proverbs 16 and verse 9, I direct his steps. See, we think, now, how is it that he's going to direct his steps and people sitting here telling you that you're supposed to submit to a man? What happened to the steps that he ordered before the foundation of the world for you and I? We got to bypass that to do what you tell me in the flesh, in your flesh. Come on now, y'all. Too many unequally yoked married people don't know nothing about the yoke itself. They just married and calling it Yah. Joined together. Just because they quote all that don't mean nothing. Okay? So when I get to Psalms, and Psalms had quite a bit of things to say. Psalms had, let's go to Psalms 18 and verse 35 through 36. Watch what Psalms says. Psalms chapter 18, verse 35 through 36. Psalms 18, chapter 18, verse 35 through 36. And it reads, Thou hast also given. That giving is something I just really can't. I can understand. Let me not say I can't, because it's still what he allowed. Why no one sees Yah in that level of give and gave. I just cannot explain it. But listen to this. Psalms 18, verse 35. Thou hast given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand has holding me up, and thy gentleness has made me great. Watch this here. Verse 36. Thou hast enlarged my steps under my feet. He's enlarging his steps under his feet. Why? So it can fit his feet, the art. And what he's saying is right here in verse 36, where he says, Thou hast enlarged my steps under me. Why? Because what had happened is situation of life. You're stepping in situations where it can't fit. It don't make sense, and it causes issues and problems. So what he do? He enlarged his steps under his feet. So what? His feet can step in what Yah has ordered for him. So verse 36 says, Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, just so I can step in what you have ordered my step to step into. That my feet did not slip. See, I'm going to tell you what is, who is this? Paul. David, not Paul. David is actually saying something very powerful. David is saying, hey there, hold up. I got an issue right here. And this issue, you handle it. You enlarging the step under my feet so that I won't slip. Look how powerful the steps that Yah has ordered. He even makes sure that you won't slip. Why? Because he ordered those steps in your life. A lot of times we think because we went through this, and we had this person that passed, we had this that died, we didn't struggle, we didn't went through this and do this and do this. Do you all understand? That's the steps. That is the steps. David said he worked some things out for me. Because the steps that I was stepping in, I needed them things enlarging. So I won't what? Slip. And who did that? The Most High Yah. With what? That right hand. See, this is what you're not going to hear. You have not heard. Because it gives who the glory? The Most High Yah. It puts him back where he always was, is, and shall always be, is on that throne. That's why he said, hey, angel, get on down there. Take these keys. Open up the bottom of this pit. Hey, you, go. I sundown to a witness. I need you to go take this, go down at the bottom of this pit, open it up, get something, let something out so it can go take care of them, take their lives in the middle of the streets so everybody can see it on nationwide television. That's how y'all, that's the power in how he ordered steps. Even the steps of the who? The steps of those who are chained in the uttermost darkness is reserved for evil and wicked. That's their steps. Yah ordered their steps. Even in the bottomless pit are their steps. Ordered. You see? That's why he said, I have them chained for reserve for the day of evil and wicked. See, y'all didn't know he ordered those steps too. So you think Satan got something going because he got the serpent seeds? No, baby. Y'all ordered all that. See why he's entitled, whether you know him or not, to be feared. Because he all that and some. That's how powerful he is. Even though we don't see him like that, so what? Who are you? He is what he said he is. That's why I say, if only y'all can take out a time and understand what I am is, the power that rests therein. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. It's no end to it, y'all. Like said, let's use Sister Deborah. I am daughter, I am aunt, I am mother, I am ex-wife, I am grandmother, I am sister, I am auntie. Look at that. But there's an N, ain't it? But when you come down to the I am, it's no N. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. It's no N. When you really think about a higher, you'll see and know the power therein. Because that's the only thing that I can leave out of the closet with. And I couldn't understand all these years. Why is it I'm saying a higher? That's the only thing I can remember or understand. I can hear and come out the closet knowing. But to know it, that it means I am, that means I can be whatever I say I want. I don't want you to know or do want you to know. I can be it all. Stand down, clowns. Y'all can't tell me what to be. I am. You see? So here in Psalms, he was telling, who was that? Psalms, which one? 18 in verse 35 and 36. In verse 36, David was saying, thou hast enlarged my steps under me. Under me. That means he needed some help. So that what? That my feet do not slip. See, the steps that Yah has ordered is a mission within us, whether it's the evil or whether it's for the righteous. But we have to understand we must give him the glory. We must give him the honor. We must give him the praise. We must see him as all that and some. 24:24. You get in the situation. Let me explain this to y'all. You get in the situation. And when you know that he is all that Sister Deborah been telling y'all he is, let me tell you, open your mouth in a situation and don't see. And watch you see he pull up. See, when you know him like that, he'll pull up every time. Every time. I know y'all probably think I'm crazy, but he shut me down. As I went and kind of put water over my face to get myself ready to come on live, I said to him, I said, what must I do? Now listen to this, y'all. I know this might sound crazy, but I'm just showing you he my Yah. He my Yah. I'm like, I said, what must I do? Should I continue to pray for those who continue to do wicked and evil or continue to put themselves in danger? Must I continue to pray for people like that? And he said, who are you talking to about? Your children? He just, that's what he said to me. He said, who are you talking about? Your children? I said, yeah, Father, well, I'm praying that you keep them safe, and I'm praying that you put a shield around them, and I'm praying that you protect them and save them and sanctify them and appoint them and anoint them and use them and all this in here, and they go out here and walk straight into danger as if danger don't even exist. I said, must I continue to pray for such a people? I'm talking, and then the Father said, who are you talking about? Your children? And I said, yes. He said, prayer should rumble out your lip at all times. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to do. You got to trust that. It's called the process. You see, meaning if you pray and no matter what you pray about, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. So he just said, don't stop your prayer. You're praying. Anything go on, he said, guess what? All you remember that you always prayed for. You see? That's what he told me. All you have all that to remember. If something had to be, you will have the best of last, Deborah, because that will be the prayers that you kept putting up for. You see? But he had to check me today, and I loved it. Sure did. So he said, don't stop praying. Because with your prayer or without it, I'm going to do what I got to do that I already done in the kingdom. But if you keep praying, that's what you'll always have to hold on to in spite of whatever happened. Ooh-wee, check me. And I liked it. So let's go to Psalms 37 and verse 23 through 24. Psalms chapter 37, verse 23 and through 24. 37, chapter 37. And 37 and 23 through 24. Okay, now here we go again. It says, Psalms 37 and verse 23, the steps of a good man are ordered by Yah, and he delight in his ways. I guess you do. I guess you do. Let's go over that again. See, this is where you have to really think about what the verse is saying. It's saying more than what it's saying. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. Watch this here. Verse Psalms 37 and 23 through 24. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yah, and he delighted in his ways. I guess you do. You ordered the steps. But this is why he delights in his ways, because he ordered them. See? He knows what he's doing and why he's doing it and how he's doing it. He done capped it in and wrote it out. It's finished. It's done with. But we down here trying to make it totally different than the way he has orchestrated. And which way is it going? The way that the one that ordered the steps ordered it to. You see what I'm saying? While we thinking, oh, this is my life, nobody tell me what to do, nobody tell me how to live it. I got one life to live, baby. You ain't got nothing. You got one living, but we all have that. But life, it's his breath. It goes back to him. Now you got a spirit, but it's already been predestined eternal. So you just down here walking and clowning at the same time. You just living and clowning at the same time, pretty much showing your destiny in the kingdom. Okay, so here it is in Psalms 37, 23 and 24. The steps of a good man are ordered by Yah, and he delighted in his ways. I guess you do. You ordered the steps. Okay, watch this here. Though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down. Ooh-wee. They don't get that one, Father. That flew over their head. They didn't get that. That means when he has ordered your steps from the kingdom, baby, you can fall, bump your head, fall in the hole, fall in the ditch, no matter what goes on. Guess what? Though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down. For Yah uphold him. Wait a minute. In that right hand. See that? So you did not I just read somewhere in another verse where he talked, Paul talked about, not Paul, David talked about, you hold me up with your right hand. See, y'all don't find, see, that's the thing about it. In the last 3 years, I've been trying to get people to understand the power is rest in his right hand. Just imagine if the church, if the world knew that the creator power is in his right hand. They don't know. They don't care. You see? That right hand. Now, Paul is saying it here again. He says here, listen to this, 24. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. So what you fall? So what you bust your head? I'm talking about life itself, things that happen. And I'm not talking about like really you bust your head or really what you say and fall. I mean, issues in life. So what, you was addicted at one time? So what, you was a prostitute at one time? That's what the fall means. That's what it means. Although you though he fall, he shall not. He shall what, David? He shall not, Deborah. He shall what, David? He shall not utterly cast down. Why? The Father ordered his steps, and he delighted in it. So what, he fallen? I delight in him because of the steps I ordered in him. Not his fall, but I ordered his steps. But for him to get to the next step, sometimes it takes you to fall. You see what I'm saying? So then he said, for Yah uphold him with his hand. But I'm like saying, David, David. Nobody in the year of 2024 know anything about the right hand and the stretched out arm. So what are you talking about? See, they would get lost. They would get lost. This is where you give him glory and praise, and you glorify him in just that alone. Because it lets you know that he's sitting here first telling you he delight in thee, because he ordered your step. He delight in thee. Then tell you, it said that, okay, and if you fall, that's cool too. I'm going to still uphold you with that right hand. This is who he is. This is what he was telling Satan in the serpent in the Genesis 3 and 15. You're going to have yours, I'm going to have mine. The mine's going to be marked. Marked for what? For eternal. That's why David can say that. Fall if you want to. He's still going to uphold you with his right hand. Those are the steps that the Father has ordered when you are of the Spirit. Okay? So let's go to Psalms 119. In Psalms 119, I really like that, the idea that, and you know what, that's a strange thing, y'all, to me. It ain't strange. It's just amazing to me how Paul covered pretty much everything. Not Paul. I don't know why I keep saying Paul. David covered everything. I mean, it's so much in what David is saying that we should have used. We should have took all of what he was saying and run with it like until we fall out. Because he said so much in a way to teach us how we could address Yah or see him, or to see his glory, to see his power, to see who he is, see who he was to him. And it's just so much David was saying, and we still today have missed it again. And he was saying so much. I sit back and think about how David didn't have no shame in his game. David didn't have no shame. When he was in trouble, when he was hiding, he was wounded, he was hurt, he was boo-hooing out to the Father. He was saying things, I ain't worth this, I ain't worth that, but I know you this and you this and you this, giving him all glory and honor no matter what situation he was in. Can we worship Yah like that in the year of 2024? Can we know him like that? You see? Psalms 119, verse 133. 119. Psalms chapter 119. And we go into verse 133. In Psalms 119 and verse 133, it says, Order my steps in thy word. Ooh-wee. Deborah, now you about to get into some trouble. I know I am. I'm about to get some deep trouble right here. Now, you see where he said in thy word? You think he talking about order my steps from this book? Since you think this book is the word. Come on now. What does it say? Psalms 119, verse 133. It says, order my steps in thy word. In thy word. Do you think that word he asking him to order his steps in was this book, which the world called the Bible? The Bible is a study tool, a learning guide, something you study to show yourself. Yourself means your flesh. But when the Ruach pull up, he coming to be the teacher of the Spirit. That means he's going to knock this book out the ballpark. When he is greater in you, he gives you the fullness. Because right here, when it pulled up and said right here in verse 133, order my steps in thy word. See, that's what I'm saying. David, you knew he was the word? Well, what's wrong with the people today? This word, it's not words. It's saying word. Because Yah is the word. Yah was the word. Yah was, the word was with Yah. The word is Yah. It was with him at the beginning. This book wasn't here then. You see what I'm saying? So even David knew. And that's the thing with Sister Deborah. I can lean to them knowing for sure that these were my true spiritual brothers. Because they're saying, okay, Jonah, I'm live.
All right, okay.
But this here, David, he said, and that's what I was just got to telling y'all about David. It's something about David is off the chain. Even when he do wrong, and if y'all could just hear how he commune with the Father, it'll show us how when we do wrong, how we can commune, but we don't see it like that because we're reading it out of the flesh without the Holy Spirit in the Spirit teaching us in the Spirit what it's saying, what it's meaning, what it's detailing. So here go David. Psalms 119 and verse 133. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. You see? Now, what did I just got to telling y'all about David? See how he's sitting here saying? He's asking him, please don't let that sin have dominion over me. Order my steps in your word. Because if you order my steps in your word of who you are, in your bosom, Father, my sin is not going to get dominion over me. See how he back in what let me say this like I really want to see it. To me, when I hear things that's being said, I can relate to it because I feel that I'm there and they here. You see, I can relate to what they're saying because Yah has suffered me to get to know him like he let them know him. All right. You see? So being so he allowed that, I'm more in tune with what they went through and what they could have been thinking and how they could have been feeling. Not could have, were feeling, were going through. I can how can I say, I can embrace it. I can it's more real to me. Honestly, you guys, it's more real. Because I'm like saying, wait a minute, hold up, Solomon, but that's the way he showed me. That's what he told me. Why am I saying it like that? Because I'm not a dead prophet. They are dead. They are the old. I'm the living one, living in this day. Knowing already what they talking about because I have experienced it in this year of 2024. Not the year itself throughout my life. So therefore, I know what they saying is living and life because I'm living it here in this life on the earth in the year of 2024. Not 24 is the key, but it's throughout my life. So when I'm seeing this and I'm like saying, but the people not. Where can I find someone that's teaching and preaching this like this, Father Yah? Where must I go? What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you that gate is narrow, Deborah? Didn't I tell you that gate is narrow, and very few shall find therein? Grip it. But I'm here, and they were too, but they're not now. That means you have to stand on His word, trust, hope, believe, have the faith in Him. Not in these platforms, not in these churches, not in these pastors and these bishops, these priests, not in great old America, United States, but trust in the one that has allowed you to get to know who He is. Sometimes it was real bad where He would say, "Well, okay, go on over here, go over there to Abraham. He'll tell you." And I'm like, Abraham dead. Now, this is what I'm saying in my flesh. But He said, go over there and hear what's over there in this here chapter, over here in this verse. And it'll kind of help you understand what I'm telling you. And I say, I go over here and now you guys, I think it's been years He has done that with me. Because because I'm a living and not a dead prophet. It's like, wait a minute, I'm living in this day, but I understand their day. I get theirs. I embrace theirs. I accept theirs. Well, what's this mess going on? I don't see nobody out here like this, Father. You see? So He always, not always, He don't do it anymore. But it was one time for a whole year and a half. Deborah, go to Moses and hear what Moses say. Go over here to Jeremiah. Listen to what Jeremiah say. What he's saying is when they were in situations where I have been in, and not to where the level that they have, but I get in, or my tail asks too many questions. That's what the Father told me. You ask too many questions, men cannot answer. Not men is men. Man cannot answer. So that has a lot to do with me trying to get some understanding today, because I'm feeling this thing. You see? I'm feeling Moses. I'm feeling Aaron. I'm feeling Abraham. I'm feeling Isaac. I'm feeling Solomon. I'm feeling them. I'm feeling Ezekiel. I'm feeling Isaiah. I'm feeling Jeremiah. And I'm like saying, what is there going on? Wait a minute, Deborah. Stand down. Let's get this right. Go ask Isaiah. When you come from Isaiah, go to and see what Ezekiel said. And then when you finish with Ezekiel, go back to Jeremiah. So when it's finished, hey, you mean to tell me you done said it to all of them the way you said it to me? Now you got it. So it ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. It been here. That's where I orchestrated it from there. See, a lot of people want to make it look like everything started here, but let me check you right here and now. Ain't nothing started here. It was there. It's where it started. And guess what? That's where it's going to end. Y'all didn't know that either, did you? Sin ain't going to get the victory on the earth. Sin ain't going to get the victory, ain't going to get destroyed on the earth. It's going to get destroyed in the heaven. Praise the mighty Yah. Why do you think people going to be going up there lying? I did this, I did that. What you think that is? That's lying in the spirit. You a spirit lying. And you standing before glory talking about what you done. That's showing you sin going right back to the kingdom. And that's where He's going to deal with it. So if you think people sinning now, you ain't seeing nothing yet. Okay, so here in Psalms 119 verse 33, let's complete that. It says, order my steps in thy word. Now see, that separates the book from who Yah is, which He is the word. Okay, and it says, where is it at? And let not my iniquities have dominion over me. He's talking to the kingdom, y'all. He's talking to the kingdom. And that's how we too can deal with Yah at that level. Once we really understand, that's how simple and easy it is to be in a relationship with an unseen Yah, but yet you believe. Because he's proven himself. He didn't have to, but he did. Why didn't he have to prove himself? Why have he proven himself and didn't have to? Because he ruled this. He ordered all the steps from the kingdom. He ruled it in the heavens and on the earth. And you know what else? He got it chained down in the bottomless pit, ruling it. We need to stand down. Stop thinking that he's in a little black box. He all that and some. So when we get to which one was that? I don't know if I go to, okay, did I go to Psalms 18? I think I did. Let's go to Job. Let's go to Job. Let me see what Job, in the book of Job. In the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10 and 11. In the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10 through 11. In the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10 through 11. Okay, and it reads, verse 10, he knoweth the way that I take it. See, that's why I like David. Ooh-wee! David said in verse 10, he says, but he knoweth the way that I take it. When he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold. See, that's another thing. We tend to think that he's who we say he is, and he has to do it the way we can accept him doing it. If we can't see that it's not done the way our thoughts and our way and our feeling is, we just assume, well, he ain't all that. That can't be true. That ain't it. But as you see here in verse 10, Job chapter 23 and verse 10, it reads, but he knoweth the way that I take it. When he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold. You see? Don't think because you on this earth and Yah has called you to the spiritual calling. Your mission is spiritual and you're not going to be tried. Oh, yes, you shall. You have and you will. Let's start with have. You have and you shall and you will. We're going to be tried. I told you all over and over, especially by the judgment of his wrath, the fire. When? Now, in this day. Not tomorrow. Or see, this country tell us, oh, in the year 2025, this going to be this and this going to be this. The year 2030, this going to be this. And we believe it. Oh, it's you know what they said? They said in the year 2025, they said in the year 2030, but Yah is saying, hold up, check. What about what I'm saying? Oh, nobody's bypassing it. Oh, yeah, I know they're going to bypass it. They did it in the days of Noah. So that ain't nothing new. So listen to this here, verse 10. We're going to be tried. And the trying of Yah is a good trying. You know how good it is? Listen to how David said, he come forth as gold. David said he comes forth as gold. After what? Yah has tried him. You see what I'm saying? So don't think that being tried by Yah mean heartache, sad, darkness, depression, or distress, and so on. I want to tell y'all there's two different ones as far as mental. One is called stress and one is called depress. One is for the flesh and one is for the spirit. When depressed, when you went past stress, now your spirit is being fully attacked because now you are depressed. See, depressed comes after the spirit. stress come after the flesh. I was sitting at Arkansas where all my sisters, we went to a funeral. And they were all sitting at the table talking about they take medication for depression. I broke that thing down. I said, do y'all understand what depression is? Do you understand what stress is? I broke it down. That's why they can't have me in the midst, because I'm going to tell it like it is. You see? One of my older sisters said, you scare me when you talk. You're right. That's my purpose. That's my purpose in the bosom of the Father. It's supposed to pierce you so something can take effect. I sat there, all three of them sitting there. I said, do y'all understand what depression is? Do you understand what stress is? One is coming out the spirit, one is coming out the flesh. But when it come out the spirit, you gone. It got you. Because anytime it can bypass the flesh and get the spirit, oh, you in big trouble. I mean, in big trouble. So while y'all sitting here at the table, gathering your depression medicine, talking about what kind you on, okay? Because people don't look, everybody look at that stuff as something good. Like my little sister, she got that disease where every sickness on the face of the earth, she says she has. Especially when they're dealing with your heart, liver, lungs, kidneys, everything in your organs, she got. When you want to live, you're going to die, baby. Because you've been doing it for too long. And you've been using it as a crutch for people to pity, party you. But when you're ready to live, is when you're going to die. So let's go back to Job chapter 23 and verse 10. And it reads, but he knoweth the way that I take it. Look at David letting y'all know. He know my steps already, y'all. He know my way. He know my steps. That's what David is saying. And then he says, when he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold. Watch this here. Verse 11. My foot has held his steps. His way have I kept and not declined. Look how beautiful that is. Listen to it again. Verse 11. My foot have held his steps. Who is his steps? The steps that Yah has ordered for him to take. Woo! And he said, his way have I kept. Why? Because it's his way, David's way, is the steps of Yah that he created for him to walk therein. And then he says what? And it says, his way have I kept and not declined. Which way is that? The steps that he ordered. That's beautiful. See, 99.9 of all the churches, the Catholic, the Hebrew Israelites, the Christians, all of them don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. They don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. People are not out here, even especially on this devil platform, people are not out here to teach you spirit and truth and the light. They're out here to teach you the darkness of the world, to get you confused and get your whole mindset off. But it's a blessing to know today, as yesterday, as I've told you over and over, when heaven got you checked in, on the spiritual side, you in there. It ain't nothing on this earth gonna move your order. You can't pluck them out of my hand, said the Most High Yah. You see, I ordered this step. So what if it fall? So what? So what it been on crack? So what it was a prostitute? So what it murdered? So what it stole? But that's mine. Who think they gonna take that one out of my hand? I ordered those steps. A lot of people don't understand. They feel bad and they don't understand. You're supposed to have some testimonies, baby. You're supposed to have some testimonies. Where's your testimonies? Do you have them? You got any testimonies? Where's your testimonies? That's what speaks for you. Your testimony speaks for you. You didn't know that, did you? What is the testimony? Your steps that has been ordered. It shows you the both sides. It shows you the struggle, the things you done that was wrong, the things that you done that sinned, your iniquity, like David was talking about my iniquity. It shows that in. But it also show you moving up and not moving down. That's the step that Yah has ordered. You can't go to the next step until you have conquered the first step. And what is there to conquer, Deborah? Whatever he wants you to know and learn. So you can move to the next one and then look down at the bottom and say, I remember when I was there, I went through did. Let me go on up. It's called your testimonies. You need those testimonies in your steps that Yah has ordered. And that's all David is saying. That's all Psalms is saying. Showing you where I was and where he brought me. I was so lower than low. David, you know what? I had no idea that David went through all the things that he had gone through. So when someone talk about David had wives, use a lie from the pit of hell. That man didn't have time to have any wives. Y'all was dealing so hardcore with him, just like he was doing with Moses. They didn't have time to be all them wives and all this stuff that y'all doing today. No, they didn't have time for all that nonsense. David was at war 24-24. On the front line. Why? You put someone on the front line, so he got to go on the front line. See, they won't preach that and teach y'all that. They won't tell you he lived his life on the front line, that he put that young man on the front line when he took his wife. David's whole life was on the front line. Battling. Lost many friends. He had to walk that walk. See, you see? Y'all ain't letting you get by with nothing. But he made sure he stayed in the steps that Yah had ordered. What's beautiful about it is the Father that I serve is the Father that he served. And he knew him like I did. I know him today. And that's a beautiful thing to hear him. Because I said, well, wait a minute, when did that man have time to have wives? You see, I don't care about Jacob having all these wives. They were throwing themselves to him sexual to lay down with him, to have those babies. So what is Yah supposed to do? Bring out the seeds that he wanted for his the people he chosen out of serpent seed? No, he brought them out of the people that he already had spiritual seed. He brought seeds out of them to call a people his people. But does that mean every seed that came out of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is representing of the spiritual seed? No. But that's where he brought his seeds out of. That's why he kept the connection to Joseph and to Matthew chapter 1, the generation of Yeshua HaMashiach. All of them is a generation or the seeds that usher the seed that came out of Mary. Even though they wasn't the bloodline seed, they was the spiritual line seed. That's how sick they are. And Joseph that Mary was with, guess what he was? He was the spiritual bloodline. Yeah, you didn't know that, didn't you? So he was just as close as Mary was to the Son of Man. He was already in there. See, a lot of they won't teach that and preach that like that. Yes, Joseph was the seed. It go in Matthew chapter 1, it tells you the generation of Yeshua HaMashiach. And those are all the spiritual seed that came down. That's how I found out Bozak was the seed, not Naomi and Ruth. No, baby, he wasn't chasing y'all. The world make y'all think that. Y'all got to see they chasing after Bozak, because they got to usher him back into the spiritual realm, because her husband and son had passed, so they got to bring him back into the balance. But they wasn't for the flesh; it was for the spirit, baby. Check. Okay, so in the gospel, in Job chapter 23, verse 10 and 11. Job is saying, oh, this wasn't David, it was Job, but okay, let's say, but he knoweth the way that I take it. Now look at Job. Now let's put David to the corner. Now Job pulling up like I know him. Job know him too. I know Job know him because the things when he said, ye though you slay me. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. You mean you know he slayed you? Do y'all know how many pastors that I have heard teach and preach that thing? Job was out of his, in his right mind. Job was in a mental state of mind. He was gone. No, baby. No, Job wasn't gone. Ye though you slay me, yet I'm going to trust in thee. Job knew who was slaying him. He knew Satan didn't have no authority to slay him. He knew it only one had authority to slay him like that was the Most High Yah. And a lot of people thinking Satan slayed him. No, he did not, baby. Satan said, I ain't finna get in the way of this. I ain't finna bother Job. You think I don't know you got him kept and his children? You got that hedge around him. I ain't finna bother Job. I ain't finna go over there and mess with Job. So why are you trying to get me to mess with Job? I ain't finna mess with Job. But then what he tell him? I tell you what, you know that right hand you got? That right hand you created everything in the heavens and on the earth with? You know that right hand that got all power? Touch Job with it. Touch Job with that right hand. And I get Job then. See, even Satan knows that the power of the Father is in his right hand. And that he couldn't touch Job until he know that the Father's right hand touched Job. So a lot of people look at the Father's right hand touching Job thinking that it's Satan. No. That was the door the Father's right hand opened for Satan to go in. Okay? Ooh-wee. You better quit that, girl. You're going to get in trouble. So as Job sit here and he says in Job 23 and verse 10, he said, but he knoweth the way that I take. Yes. When he has tried me, I shall come forth as gold. And didn't he try Job? Did not he try Job? Who he talking about? He ain't talking about Satan. Well, who is that you saying trying you? Yeah, but that's Yah. These people on this earth don't know that, Job. They don't have no idea that you talking about the Father is trying you. I've heard them in the church, Job. They don't think like that. They don't preach like that. They don't teach like that. They don't minister like that. And they don't inform people like that. So what are you talking about, Job? Deborah. But he knoweth the way that I take. That's the Most High Yah, Deborah. When he has tried me, Deborah, the Most High Yah, I shall come forth as gold. The trying is good. Those are our testimony. So we have something to go to the next step. Because if you come from one step and you don't have no testimony to move to the second step, then you got to get your butt back down to the first step until you tie them testimonies around your waist. Then you get your butt to the second step. But you got to carry to the second step the testimony of the first step. Okay? So then here it is in verse 11. My foot has held his steps. What is it Job know about the steps? How did David know about the steps? 2024 and they still don't know about the steps that was ordered by the Most High Yah. So what happened? In verse 11, my foot has held his steps. His ways have kept me, has kept. His ways have I kept and not declined. That was Job. Thank you, Job, because what that does to me, I've been calling this, and here was David. I'm so into what David was saying in all the Psalms, and I see here that Job is giving y'all the same example. The steps were ordered already, y'all. Where are we? Where are we going? What are we doing? We need to understand he ruled. No matter how dark it is on the earth, no matter how a war or famine or earthquake or how would I say it, racial war or division, no matter what happening, your steps has already been ordered. That's what a part of what I should have added on to Donald Trump. His steps was of darkness, wicked and evil. And he kept telling us, I created the wicked and evil for the day, Deborah. Tell him for the day, Deborah, for the day. So what you see is what you're going to get for the day we're in. They don't know nothing about that though, Deborah. And that's why I look at my brothers yesterday, and they are my help for today that I'm walking in. That's my support. So I won't go cuckoo clock because of what I'm seeing. I'm living, they dead. I'm living, they dead. I'm living, they dead. But I'm living in that day they spoke about and they ain't seen. But here I am, living in that day they spoke about and never seen. Here I am. This is why he had to mold and shape me, make me to be what he called me to be, ordained and predestined me before I was in my mother's womb, and assigned me and appointed and anointed me from the kingdom. So when I get to the earth, I can be about what he has ordered for my step. All these years, I never understood why I never took to what the pastors and the bishops and the Jehovah's Witness were saying and what they believed. I always stuck to that quiet voice in me that was always leading me and guiding me, chastising me, disciplining me, correcting me. And I look forward to it day and night, early morning, midnight hour. That same voice as a little girl, 34 now, still that voice I seek, I desire. So let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2 and 21. 1 Peter. First Peter chapter 2, verse 21. First Peter chapter 2 and 21. For even hereunto were ye called. Because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps. You see? Follow his steps. You see? Not only are we spiritual seeds that has steps that Yah has ordered us in, why must someone understand what this verse is saying? While I'm speaking to you, he's talking to me. What I'm saying in this, I'm being taught something. Let's go back. 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. He says, for even hereunto were ye called. Because Christ. Where's Yeshua at? Because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps. Christ is the power of the Father's right hand. Okay? Leaving us an example that ye should, not might think about it, follow his steps. Why? Because he's the power. What's in the power? The right hand. It's leading us, following his steps. We can't lose, y'all. We can't lose. Because through Christ is how we're going to enter into what? Oh, not enter into, but have entered into the Lamb Book of Life. So his steps He left us his steps through his power. He left us his steps. So we cannot have no excuse of why we should not be where we know we need to be today. Not only has heaven ordered our steps, he ordered our steps in Christ. How? Because that's the power that ordered the steps. Not only that, left us his power, meaning we can walk in his power, which was his steps. Ooh-wee. Went over your head, didn't it? Couldn't grab that one, can you? You see? We miss it every time because it's too deep. But greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. So take a look at this, what he's saying. Peter, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. When he left me something. Leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps. That's where we need to be, y'all. See how much we got invested in us? See how much been set up from the floor for us? We can't even make a lie crooked. We really can't, because we've been left so much spirit and truth, so much light, that we should be lit up from the floor. So much light that we should be lit up from the floor up. Now, the last verse is coming from Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10. The last verse is coming from Isaiah. And you know what? It's amazing to me how all of them knew that the steps were ordered. What happened to today, y'all? What happened along the line that these pastors, you got a church on every corner. Look at all these big old Catholic churches. Look at all these other churches on every corner. Look at Judah, got all kind of churches. Look at the Muslims. Look at everybody. Why wouldn't they give him the glory on the power that he is, that he was, and that he's going to be? Do y'all see why he made the gate so narrow that very few would find? Because he already knew, he had ordered the steps where they were going to go, and they wasn't going through the narrow gate. How about that? How about that? Okay, Isaiah 41 and verse 10. This is the last verse. 41, Isaiah 41 and verse 10. And it reads, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am. Notice he's saying, I am, I am. What did I tell y'all? It's infinity. I am. Yah is infinity. You say, I am being, I am being, I am being. He can be whatever he want to be. And that's why they won't use a higher. Because they want it to have an end. And it don't have an end. I am don't have an end, baby. It's infinity. See, they couldn't even grip that here, y'all. Their mental state couldn't even grip the word I am. In Hebrew, ahaya. That means I am whoever I want to be, whatever I want to be, whenever I want to be. And the world can't do me no harm. See, they don't grip that. They ain't gonna teach that in no church. They ain't gonna teach that when it come down to the kingdom. The Most High Yah sits on the throne. They ain't gonna teach that because they don't want to give him that glory. They don't want to exalt him like that. They don't want to give him that praise. They want to take it for themselves so they can get likes and subscribers. They want to take it for themselves so they can be like TD Jakes and Clifford Dollars and all of the Ed Alone and all of them that's out there. And I use them because them are the ones I've been sunk down here to be in the midst of. Judah. Hot mess. Judah. So here we go in Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10. Okay. Verse 10 reads, fear thou not, for I am, there you go, with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am Yah, thy Yah. I will strengthen thee, yeah. I will help thee, yeah. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Now, do y'all understand, which I don't know if you understand that that's why it's so important to know about that right hand. It's so important to know about that right hand and that stretched out arm, because that's where the all power is. See, they thought all power was where they want to place it, or where they say it is, or where they know that. But see, that's the thing about Yah. He always keep a ram in the bush, something that ain't nobody just gonna pull up and know. He said, your thoughts are not my thoughts, your ways are not my ways. The only way you're gonna know my thoughts and my ways, I'm gonna have to come in you. And when I come there, I'm gonna abide with you. And you know what I'm going to do, Deborah, when I get in there? I'm going to teach you all things. I'm going to teach you my way. I'm going to teach you my thoughts. Oh, Father, yeah. And that's how you get to know his thoughts. That's how you get to know his ways. When greater is he that is in you, and you in him, and him in you. He called it, you abide in me, and I abide in you, and I teach you all things. And I mean all things, Deborah. I mean all things. Just imagine trusting that he can teach you all things. He'll pull up and give you his thoughts. He'll pull up and give you his ways. That's how easy it is. No, you ain't going to know his thoughts, because your thoughts ain't his thoughts. He letting you know your flesh thought ain't my thought. Your flesh ways ain't my ways. Pull up in. Let me pull up in you. I give you my thoughts. I share my ways. Let me come and abide in you and you in me. How about that? Oh, no. I ain't letting you up in there. I want to keep my thoughts of my flesh. I want to keep my ways of my flesh. You ain't coming up in me. That's the sickness, y'all. That's real. I know it might sound comedy, but you know what the honest truth is? That's reality. That's this prophet that been assigned from the kingdom to come to the earth. And this is what I speak unto you is what I behold. Why I'm here. That's why I can understand them that's gone better than I can understand it those that's here. You see, the difference from me and them, they would love to have been where I am in this world today. But they can't. They should serve their time. Sometimes I wonder, I said, Father, did you say the best for last? No, the best is going to be the one that has to endure. Because they're going to know something. But ain't nothing they're going to be able to do about it. They just want to sit around and endure it. Just imagine the way I speak, the way I teach, the way I say things, the way I break it down through the spiritual realm, the way I give spirit and truth, the way I give to the light. What makes you think that that's something that feels good when I'm doing it and I know I'm doing it and I know somebody else ain't? How's that supposed to feel good? You want everybody to partake in this. That's the part where long suffering comes in. That's the part where he said, I give you endurance spirit so you can be okay. Why do I need the long suffering, Father? Why do I need why do I need the spirit of endurance? Because, Deborah, you're going to endure something. You're going to long suffer. You're going to long suffer something. What is I'm long suffering? How long I've been with you? Since I was 4. So don't you think that's a long time? You long in suffering in knowing who I am when the world don't know what I am. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I hope each and every last one of you all got something out of the message, because it was something to get out. But and somewhere in my spirit, I hope that you see Yah greater and greater and greater than you ever. Because he all that in something. Anytime somebody can pull out all the steps of everybody on the face of the earth, tell me ain't the power in that right hand real. So I, Sister Deborah, say again, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I will be back. Shalom and shalom.